Hi everyone, Namaste. Welcome to Himalaya Spirit Tarot. I am Tanaka, your tarot card reader and your medium. And these are going to be messages from the energy of Lord Shiva about how to navigate tough times. There are three pictures that you get to pick from: option number 1, option number 2 and option number 3. I would also like to add during this section that the energy of Lord Shiva is actually just energy. The way I connect with it is energetic form. It doesn't have as such a shape or a face or a gender or sexuality. It is an energy for me. So yeah, that's what I channel through. Now, if you have picked one of the pictures and you would like more options, then you get 3 cards to pick from. Okay, so the first card would be right here, Camel, with Archangel Jophiel. The second card would be Bear, with Archangels Uriel and Archangel Jophiel again. So group number 1 and group number 2 might have a connection. So this is group 2 and this is the option for group number 3. It is Swan, Archangel Bhokpi. Interesting. Very beautiful cards, as you can see. If you're called to more than one group, that's completely normal. And there are also colors associated with all the 3 groups. These colors will be on your screen right now. The colors could be something you are wearing, it could be something around you, or it could be something that you strongly associate with. As I always say, do not overstimulate your intuition. Go to the thing that calls out to you the most, like it makes you feel this leap, like, oh wow, like, oh, how is this option here? It makes you feel like that. I'd say go for that. Yes, with that, we will get started with the readings on group number 1. Hi, group number 1, Namaste. Welcome to Himalaya Spirit Tarot. I am Tanaka, your tarot card reader and your medium. To anybody who is visiting the channel for the first time, I am a psychic, a medium and a reader. I interpret cards, but at the same time, I get energetic feelings, sensations, visions from spirit, and that is what I use to channel messages for you, right? We are going to channel the messages from Lord Shiva to see how we can navigate tough times. June in general is going to be a very healing month. It's going to be when we can recenter ourselves, our wounds are getting healed, traumas that we have faced are coming out so that we can resolve them. Cycles are ending. Archangel Raphael is very, very strong. That's the energy that I feel in the collective. That's something that I'm guided to tell everyone, but especially this group, because with you I got the angel number 222, and it actually means to express your psychic abilities. It also means to trust that what your psychic gifts, your intuition, your gut feeling is telling you, it is correct. And it is also to learn more and learn through your intuition. Right, so let's take your oracle cards. I'm going to place Camel right here. I think it can go here, right. Then we have the Chariot, number 7. The Chariot of God, actually, that just came to mind. The Chariot of God and the Kabbalah could be important to you. You might want to look at what the Kabbalah is and learn about it. We have 12 Meh, healing the wounds of abandonment, loss, and loss of trust. And we have White Mulberry, which is Yin and Yang. I feel all of these oracle cards, and this one also has like a special message for you. First, from this card I'm getting that there is going to be a certain holy book. Pick anyone that calls to you. A book of Psalms, whether it is the Bhagavatam, whether it is the Quran, whether it is the Torah, it is the Guru Granth Sahib, or it is just a book of motivational quotations. There is a book that you should buy, and anytime you feel you need guidance, just open a random page of that book and read from there. That's the first message that I have for this group. Very practical. That's the message. Actually, those are the kind of messages that I want to get, very practical, that you can, use in your day-to-day life. Yeah. Let's see. All right, Lord Shiva, could we get more on the first oracle card, Camel, B for bearing and patient? The first oracle card, B for bearing and patient. We have two cards. Again, the number 2 is very prominent. You might want to connect with the energy of night time and meditate at night time. Make sure that you given like 15 minutes, they are saying 20 minutes, they're saying 20 minutes is perfect for this group to meditate at night. And if you're not able to meditate, just look at the night sky, look at night life, what the world looks like at night. It activates something within you. It activates healing within you. We have the Knight of Swords, which is 12-3. We have the 6 of Cups. And this is for the first card, right? The first thing that I am drawn to is your higher heart chakra. Okay, so your higher heart chakra is and also is, well, you can look it up. Actually, it would take too much time to explain it, and I want to just focus on the messages. So the higher heart chakra and the presence of double threes, you are expanding and getting a lot of wisdom about heaven, how to use the energy of angels and use the energy that is similar to the frequency of Devi, Devta, goddesses, gods, etc. These ancient energies, deities, etc. How these are currently manifesting themselves in the modern world, because we know the ancient story. There's actually magic and tantra and people who can create orbs of light, who can create fire using their hands, just like whoa. Reiki healing would come similar, Reiki healing and something, all of that would be similar. But there's also other ways that these energies are manifest. For instance, high creativity, as well as the energy of cold rationality, something that you can associate with, I would say, it takes me to this Buddhism, deities in Buddhism. That kind of energy, I have seen that it supports very positive technological innovation, like green like all those green environment friendly technology that is created, eco-friendly technology, right? So that's what you're understanding, that how your modern lifestyle can incorporate more and more of divine energies within them. There's also a very strong message that right now is a very good time for you to go after any dreams that you had in your childhood which were taken away from you. I'm going to do one thing. There's an obstacle here, and the obstacle is that people think people have killed this inner child of yours. They've not killed it as much as they have, I would like to say, been a little dismissive of it, just keeping this energy at the back, the hermit. It's going to be the solution energy. They've not permitted it to grow. They have not permitted you to express it freely. It's very simple. You wanted to go get a puppy as a child. You were not allowed. You wanted to join some form of yoga class, dancing class, learn ballet or learn Kathak, anything, any dance form. You wanted to learn singing, and you were criticized by your teachers. Maybe you were allowed to go there, but you weren't appreciated. It's really time to, when you are navigating your tough times, it's very important for you to understand that a lot of your tough times reflect how you were snubbed as a child, how your creativity, your joy, your love, your expression, your happiness, it was really hurt by elders. I'm getting elders, mostly parents and maybe elder siblings and teachers. and they really snubbed it and made you feel bad for having certain desires as a kid. And your tough times are a reflection of that, and you're supposed to go back into hermit mode and think about this inner child and how it would difficult and how it would navigate a difficult problem. I get confused with my words when I'm channeling because I get a lot of words all of a sudden. So yeah, please do forgive me for that. Now we're going to get some more cards for the Chariot. Lord Shiva, could we have 2 more, any cards actually, any number of cards? I'm getting 1 already for the Chariot. We have the Hierophant. You're getting very strong messages actually from even like the tarot videos you watch. If you connect with a psychic healer, you connect with a medium or an oracle or a tarot card reader, you're going to get the right messages. You're going to connect with the right person. No, you will not get scammed. That's the first message that I get with the Chariot and the Hierophant and the energy of Lord Shiva. Right? And so when you're navigating tough times, it's not bad at all to turn to readers and healers and mediums and oracles and psychic seers who can look into the future. We have Justice, 11. 11, interestingly enough, is the number of Rudra. And I do feel the energy of Lord Rudra to some extent in this group, right? The other way, and the Chariot also talks about an act of balancing, is it's going to go hand in hand. Every time there is a tough situation, like you have a conflict with your mother who is not giving you financial support for something, let's say you want to start a project, you just need funding, your parents are like, ask somebody else, we've given you enough money, we'll not give you more money. That conflict in itself triggers a wound in you, and as soon as you're healing that wound, the problem is going away. So what they're showing me is that your mother triggers you, you're really angry at your mother. Mother could be anybody, a father, it could be a sibling, it could be a friend, and you're getting triggered and you want to be rude to them. In return, you want to be as negative towards them as they have been towards you. But you sit back, and we're getting, like, we can see the solution here as well. We've got the Queen of Cups. You sit back, you tune into your feelings, you're healing yourself as the Queen of Cups is healing herself right here. This is what I see. She is, looking at her crown. She is filling it with water, which signifies that fire, rage, excessive rage, you cool it down. That's what water and Queen of Cups represents. And you're getting that message to heal yourself. You're cooling your anger and you're responding to them with kindness, and they're surprised and they feel guilty for talking to you rudely, and then all of a sudden they want to help you. So you're actually getting the problem sorted. And that's why the Justice card, where you have to look back at your own shadow. As soon as somebody is triggering your anger, you're healing that anger. So now, Lord Shiva, could we have another card for number 12, Meh, healing the wounds of abandonment and trust, loss of trust. Got Page of Cups. Interesting. They're saying that this has been like a repetitive theme in your life, where you have wanted to do something, you have wanted to achieve. You've had many creative ideas, even like if you are not in college or whatever, but as you grow from a child to an adolescent to a teenager to somebody in their young 20s, and then even in your 30s, you have been bustling with beautiful creative ideas, and you have wanted to make money out of them. And coming from the healing the wounds of abandonment and loss of trust, there's also financial abandonment here, where many people have told you that, yeah, you can do this as a hobby, but it's never going to give you money. That has caused the biggest loss of trust, where you have lost trust in yourself. You think, oh, I can't support myself financially because the ideas I have, they're just creative. They're not something that can, make me earn money. That's the loss of trust. And it's because of the wounds of abandonment, because nobody has been there and told you that, hey, your idea is so brilliant, you could make money out of it. That is a form of abandonment, When somebody is like, we will only support you when your ideas give you money, and they abandon you when you're not making money. And it's so sad, but it is true. People look at us and define our success by how much money we are making. I would be an awful, like, for my peers, I would not be a good tarot card reader if I'm not making money out of it. They'd be like, well, she's just crazy and living, in some delusional land. Well, I don't see it that way. I never ever claim such negativity, but it is something that is projected in the world, right? So yeah, all right, let's go on. We've got another one from Lord Shiva. We thank Lord Shiva. We've got 6. We've got a double 6, 6 and 6. Again, 6 is something that I do associate with Venusian energy, Venus, as well as the higher heart. Venusian energy also talks about abandonment in terms of romantic partnerships, where a certain romantic partner they certainly, for this group, there have been wounds in all spheres, where a romantic partner has also judged you and by your ideas, your creativity, right? And they have also, what happens is that when there's a creative soul, they're usually sexually extremely proactive. They're very expressive. Their sexual energy is so strong that everybody can sense it. People will name call them, say that boy is so flirtatious. He's a playboy. He flirts with everybody. When that's just your communication style. Leos get accused of that a lot. Scorpios get accused of that a lot. Although, you know what, I don't see zodiac interpretation the traditional way. Most of the videos and reels that I see on zodiacs, they are quick, entertaining reels, but they're not reflective of the true meaning of the zodiac. That might be also something that you want to look into, because I see a lot of not occult, but like true understanding of spiritual things, like the Chinese zodiacal system, the Tao, the Indian astrology, and etc. Like, I see you understanding it in its true essence instead of like the sensational entertainment version. But at the same time, you're turning it into entertaining content. Hey, because you gotta survive. That's why we have justice. We have two. Two is always about your inner reality, and then your outer reality is a little bit shaped to fit the world, right? And 6 of Swords with the Page of Wands, I think the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands are meeting here. I think what this reflects here is that romantically, you should have met a partner who is equally creative and ready to work on insane, crazy, wackadoodle ideas, go on all these adventures, take risks with you. You really needed a partner like that, especially in your teens, whatever you associate the teen energy with, which is that it could even be right now. I am 24, 25. I'm 25, and I still feel like I'm 16 on many days, and I need that authentic teenager energy where I'm just downright reckless. There is no other word for it. I'm reckless, and I need somebody who's ready to do those reckless things with me, and you deserve to have somebody like that. And this is a transition that this is going to help you transition. 6 of Swords is actually about leaving behind something negative and going towards something positive. The only negative connotation is that 6 of Swords will think that what I'm leaving behind was so important, I shouldn't have left it behind. When Lord Shiva is saying that no, whatever you've left behind, it's for a good reason. It's a good thing you're leaving it behind. Let it go. So you might be changing your friend circle. You might be changing your confidants or the people that you share your dreams and fantasies with. And that's good, because the new people will help you navigate your tough times. We've got another card for White Mulberry, which is about your energy is dual, yin and yang. It's all about balancing your inner reality and your outer reality, where your inner reality will look like you communicating with plants, and you're actually talking with plant spirits and gods and goddesses, and your outer reality, you cannot express it exactly how the inner self is experiencing it. So you might paint it, you might paint a conversation, you might make a story out of it, you might create a comic strip out of it, or you will communicate it through, like the way I am doing, through tarot. I don't exactly say everything that I talk about with Lord Shiva. I have conversations with Lord Shiva, and I find a unique way to communicate that in my readings. I don't say it exactly that way because that would be controversial, and I'm sure somebody would be after me if I do that. Look at that, we've got the card again. We've got the Hermit for you, and we've got the Eight of Swords for you. Now this, for the white mulberry, I do get a lot of like this. It is very important for this group more than any other group to have plenty of time in solitude, in calm, in peace, in quiet, creative time where nobody disturbs you. Especially get that you are a really intense, strong shadow worker, shadow healer. I'm going to look at the things at the deck, the energy at the back. It's giving us the solution. So we have the Nine of Cups at the back. So with this group, I get this energy that you are somebody who is very strongly taking a shadow and turning it into something beautiful. Like you're getting a nightmare, let's say, and you go to a dream interpretation expert, or you yourself interpret that nightmare and you understand why the deep psychology there is behind it. And I kind of see that this will happen to you, group number one, that as soon as you convert a shadow, somebody will come to you with the same shadow that, oh my god, I had a dream like that. And you'll be like, hey, I had this dream like 3 months ago and I understood the deep psychological meaning behind this dream. And now you will be able to help the third person. So now that is the crux of everything that I see here. I'll have to cut this reading short because I am traveling. I'm usually on the go a lot of times. I'm traveling. It's good. It's what Spirit has, in mind for me. So if you have any confusion regarding any of the cards, please feel free to comment, and I will definitely expound on that more in the comment section. But yes, the final section, it's very important for this group to have plenty of time in isolation, looking at your inners, because there's this Eight of Swords and shadow. It's like, where is it that I am hard on myself? This is the first thing. Your difficult times are converted into easier times as soon as you're not hard on yourself. The Nine of Cups energy talks about letting yourself go, literally, feeling completely abundant in whatever you have, not criticizing. Nine of Cups never criticizes itself. It looks at itself. If it has one gold coin, it says, Jesus, I'm just like I'm the richest person in like the cosmos. Like, look at this, look at what I have. Even if you have like one coin, that's the energy of Nine of Cups, and that is the energy you have to go back to, and it will help you navigate any tough times. Alright, group number one, that is the message that I have for you from Lord Shiva. I'm really glad that I could connect with your energy. If this brought something of value to you, I would be very grateful if you could like the video and comment your experience. These are the small ways in which you can help my channel grow and reach the right people. If you're new, it would be so awesome if you subscribe, because I can then channel more messages for you. Even if you cannot do any of this, you have my love, you have my gratitude, and my best wishes for the future. Thank you for your encouraging comments. And yes, until next time, namaste. I will see you. Hi, group number two, namaste. Welcome to Himalaya Spirit Tarot. I am Janaka, your tarot card reader and your medium. To anybody who is watching my video for the first time, I am a channel and a medium. I work with energy. I receive messages through visions. I am mostly a lot claircognizant and clairsentient, where I just feel stuff, I know stuff. Look at that, that sounds so arrogant. I just know stuff. Yeah, but yes, so that's how I channel messages. And let's get to your reading, group number two. Welcome to the channel. It's wow, I just sounded like a TV host. Is your energy sort of like that? You kind of really do sound like somebody who is very good at, I'm not going to say pretending. They are asking me to use another word. Your spirit guides are here with me, by the way. Your spirit guides do include animals. You might be somebody who connects very strongly with animals. So we do have furries here. We've got cats, we've got dogs, definitely have bear. And it was interesting because I was speaking with group number one about how our inner reality is very different, and when we communicate it, we have to change it a little bit so that it suits other people. And I feel that this group has already mastered that. So if you're coming from group number 1 to group number 2, I feel like you're somebody who has already mastered the art of communication. Like you know exactly what to say in front of one person. Like people might say that you change colors, you are like a chameleon, or that there is no one consistent version of you, and you might just be very changeable. You might be a mutable sign, zodiac sign, but it's a quality, it's a talent. If somebody has ever shamed you for being moody or being changeable, that is actually your talent. It is your gift. It is not something to be ashamed of or to control or to discipline. I feel like, yeah, okay, so that's just the beginning of the message that I'm getting from Lord Shiva. I think this mutable energy, this changeable energy for you, it potentially solves a lot of problems. Yeah, I'm getting confirmation for that the more you stay mutable, the more you stay changeable, the more you solve your problems. So we are going to take the first card here, Bear, Archangels Uriel and Yophiel. Archangel Uriel has a golden, I think they have a golden aura, so you might relate with the color golden color. We have the 7 of intelligence, number 7, something interesting, because the first group had 7th card, the chariot. Lovely. And lovely. I think you guys are really, really good at communicating. Like, I'm underestimating how good you are. We have the banyan tree, and we have 23 ram horned snake and shapeshifting. Look at that. I was talking about you guys being changeable, mutable, and changing how you present yourself in front of different people, because it's tactical to do so. And we have the card of shapeshifting. And yes, the ram horned snake, it was said in the Nordic Celtic lore that there are certain snakes who have horns, and these are shapeshifters. They can take the shape of a human, a bear, a lion, a tree, name it, and they could take the shape. And that is what I feel with you as well, that you have a very shifting energy, and that you can almost, like, the way that I see your psychic power is that you can look at a tree and you can almost imagine what it is like to be that tree. You can look at a sofa or at a color, like you can look at the color green and say, like, I know what it feels like to be the color green. I have this, like, so clairsentience might be one of your gifts, right? So amazing. All right, let us go and have a look at navigating tough times with Lord Shiva. I'm already getting one message for you. For you to navigate tough times, you have to be sneaky. You have to be a little, quote unquote, unethical as per the rules and regulations of society. You are somebody who is meant to break it. That is a part of your mission on earth, to break societal norms and rules and to be the chaos in the calm. You are supposed to be the chaotic energy, and don't curb it, because it helps you overcome obstacles. So that's one message. All right, Har Har Mahadev. Lord Shiva, please give us a message regarding, I'm going to take for all the 4 cards, how to navigate difficulties for group number 2. Oops. Okay, I got 1 card already. We have the 8 of Pentacles. This card sort of says that keep doing what you're doing. You're not doing anything wrong. Everything you're doing is on point. And I also see you holding cards and working with magic. So if you do rituals or you manifest when you face a difficulty, you practice affirmations, then yes, that is the right way to deal with difficulties for you. I think this is a group for which I'm going to get a lot of magical solutions, but I'm trying to keep it very practical. Just work through it, is what Lord Shiva is saying. When you get a difficulty, don't stop working. Don't let yourself go into a slump where you're like, well, I'm just going to give up and wait for 10,000 hours, and maybe if I feel better, I'll do it. Even if you sort of feel, negative, force yourself to feel positive. I know this sounds so ruthless, but this is how the messages are coming forth. And maybe that is what you need to hear at this time, that just keep working. Don't listen to the negativity. Don't look at the obstacle. We have the 8 of swords. We have 8. So the 8 is the number of Saturn, right? And when the double 8 sort of reflects itself, it kind of shows that whatever your internal energy is, it is going to reflect itself outside of you. So for this group, like I said, you have to be positive on the inside. You have to force yourself to be positive. As soon as you do that, the obstacle, it just disappears. And a lot of your obstacles, the way I see it, are projections from other people. For instance, this is they're showing me an examination. I'm literally just getting the visuals of a student preparing for an exam. Now, apply it to your situation. If somebody, it's like once 10 students in a study group are saying that, oh my God, we have to cover this guidebook and we have to cover these notes and we also have to cover these 3 presentations that the professor gave us, and only then will we be able to score really good marks. And you are the 11th student who is like, you know what, I kind of feel like I saw this notes PDF on the internet, or I saw this notes book or this little pamphlet, I saw this in library, and I feel that it is covering everything, and if we just run by it, we'll be able to cover everything that's going to come to the exam. And all the other kids are like, no way, that's just, are you kidding me? That's not how it works. You have to, work really, really hard. And for you, it isn't like that. Like I know in the beginning I said work hard, but work hard your own way, not somebody else's way, not how somebody else is asking you to work hard. When you start to work hard according to somebody else's instructions, your energy just gets drained and you're not really able to overcome any obstacles as such, right? I'm so sorry if I'm saying it, if this sounds negative, but that's not what I intend at all. But that's what happens when the 8 and 8 repeat itself. It shows that your inner intuition, you have to balance it. You have to listen to it in a very balanced way. You have to filter that what part of my intuition is fear and what part of it is actually divine inspiration. Then you put aside the fear, you put aside the false hope, you work with divine intuition, which is positive, rationalist, and actually makes sense to you. And you're like, yeah, this actually makes sense. And then you work hard and do it, because she is doing a lot of practical stuff. On the left side, you look, she is working with magic, right? She is working, if you see this card, she's working with magic. But she has tools. It's not like she's just sitting like, the Queen of Cups. And we have 5 of Cups at the back, which kind of just shows that you're not somebody who, how do I explain this? Spirit, please help me. How do I explain this to them? So Spirit is saying that for this group, negativity is just not a thing. The reason Lord Shiva does not want you to be negative is because you don't believe in negativity. When you were born, you just had all this positive vibration in you that even in a bad situation, you could see something good. You are the person who is able to point out the silver lining before anybody else. That's why negativity doesn't exist for you. It's other people who have taught you to see negativity. Otherwise, if you were to be left on your own, you would never see something negative in something, But over time, you've had to, because, sometimes when we're not able to see negativity in people, they take advantage of us. So maybe you taught yourself to see negativity. You taught yourself to be cautious. But when an obstacle comes, you have to go back to being positive to the extent that it might seem irrational to other people. And then you have to start working with that positivity. So that's the message that I have. All right. Let's go. All right. I'm so sorry. I am in a bit of a rush because I have to travel. Lord Shiva, could we have a message? Okay, getting 2 cards. Lord Shiva is saying, this is for 7 of intelligence. We have the King of Swords and we have the Knight of Pentacles. We're also going to take the back of the deck energy. This is a very important message for you. This is the most important message actually in the reading. That's what Lord Shiva's energy is saying. Again, they're emphasizing that anytime somebody tells you that you're a trickster, that you take away too much time, you take away too much energy, you're just too much, you're an attention seeker, you're doing all this just for show, your dreams are too crazy, you're tricking people. If you are a psychic, especially, or if you're an artist and somebody is saying if you are a creative in any which way, and you are somebody who sets your own prices, you're somebody who makes your own rules, and somebody says you just do things arbitrarily, you just like to be the boss of everything, you don't like to listen to anyone, they're projecting this to you, that you are a bad person for being creative, for being, your own creator, the creator of your own life. You have to let that go. You are somebody who is literally planting their own fruits, vegetables, and cooking from them. You are a very organic, very eco-friendly, very activist kind of soul. You are, you can sustain, dude, I'm telling you, when I saw the banyan card, and actually sort of, look at me, I just went, dude, look at this. Like, this is the energy that I get when I am with some of my soul family members. Like, they know who they are. Okay, so there's like beautiful people who mail me, and I wonder if they're watching, who mail me, and there's people on my WhatsApp. We started out as, just as acquaintances over my channel on YouTube, and now we're just friends who talk about spirituality through email and then through WhatsApp as well. So this is the kind of energy that I have. I feel like if I sit down with you, we'd be the best of friends, because you have very amazing ideas about divinity, you have amazing ideas about how the universe works, how to make it work in the most extraordinary fashion. You're just spiritually astoundingly creative. Like, I would take notes if this was a tarot card reading that you were doing. I feel so friendly towards this group, and not to say that I'm not friendly towards the other groups, but here I feel like a little child. And that's the thing, that's the word I was going for. That with the banyan tree, I immediately got this feeling that you are a caretaker, you're a nourisher, you take care of people, you are somebody who keeps the family together, you are the head of the family. That's the godfather, godmother, that's the energy you have. You take care of everybody around you. I don't care what your age is, even if you're very young or you're like very, very, very old. You are the person who is taking care of the family. You are the person who is solving conflicts. You're coming with creative ideas. You are so amazing. I am in awe all of a sudden. I am in the lack of words. And I want you to sort of, what Lord Shiva is saying, that do not forget this. Like, you tend to forget how much you do for other people. And if you were to only remember during tough times, how much you have overcome, and they're literally showing me this, that there is somebody who is stuck in, what is that thing called? A marshy area, a sinking, like you sink in it. If you're in it, you start sinking. And you're sinking and sinking, but your primary focus is still getting other people out. It's not that you are not panicking, but still you're like, let's get other people out and then think about myself. That's who you are. And you forget how much you do for other people. And if only you were to remember how much you give to other people, you would be able to clear your obstacles. Because that feeling good about yourself, feeling that, yes, I am a kind person, I do give a lot to people, I do nourish people, I am actually very helpful, so I am allowed to take more nourishment. So that is the mindset which will help you a lot. So I'm going to take another card. I'm going to take this for 23, ram-horned snake. Lord Shiva, could we have a message for group number 2, ram-horned snake? Ram-horned snake. Well, I'm going to take the one. We're getting 3 cards. Okay, so I'm going to take 3 cards. We have the 10 of swords. Goodness me, look at that. What is going on? We got the death card, and we've got the 3rd card, so it's going to be the card that sort of, I would like to say, trumps these. I'm sorry if these are tilted. I'm not able to really look at these. So this card is sort of trumping the 10 of swords and the death card. First of all, since it is in reference to the ram-horned snake, please be please be manipulative, please be a trickster, please pretend more, because trust me, we can learn from you. We can learn from you, group number 2. The way you change yourself in front of people, the way you can sell something, the way you can manifest. Manifest involves a lot of pretending something is there when it's not there. It does. People might gloss it and put it some, sugarcoat it and say that, oh, it, in some other reality it's already there. But for us, it does feel like pretending. But you can really embody that energy and be like, I am not pretending. It really is there. The way you manipulate and trick your own mind, it's magnificent. It is intelligent. And the Ace of Cups is telling us, Lord Shiva is saying that this is coming from your heart, which is full of love and positivity. You're not manipulating for some hidden bad and negative agenda so that you can, have power over someone and just, rule and be a tyrant and, hurt everybody or show everybody that you're superior. You're just doing it so that everybody, including yourself, can have a better life. And Lord Shiva is saying that's exactly what I usually want for all my children, that they have a good life and everybody around them also has a good life. And with the Death card, Lord Shiva is saying that this guilt around being spiritual, this guilt around being a shapeshifter, this guilt around having a bit of a fantastical, delusional even mindset. If you feel like you're delusional and you're like guilty that, oh no, I'm just living in illusions and it's all make-believe, the guilt has to go away. And as soon as it goes away, that's death is actually about its transformation. You transform it into your superpower, instead of like a guilty narrative that other people have given you, that you pretend, you are pretentious, you are a liar, you say two things at the same time, you're dual-faced. You take that projection and you turn it into a positive thing because your heart is actually so pure and beautiful. Your obstacle is it goes away. It simply goes away. It stops existing. It's very simple. It literally just stops existing at that moment. Even the obstacle is like, well, I was here to teach group 2 something and they were able to transform the guilt. I've taught them. My work here is done and the problem goes away. Very simple for you. You're very positive souls. So never ever let guilt get to you. All right. Let's take final cards. Whoopsie whoopsie, look at that, High Priestess. I'm telling you, this group, oh my god, see, I just know, oh my god. Okay, I'm so excited. You'll have to excuse me, but I am super excited for this group because I feel like it is that group, the group of light workers, the group of amazing individuals who've just been snubbed over and over again. Their creativity, their art style, their speaking style, their music taste, their taste in food, their creative ideas in the kitchen, whatever it is. Oh my god, you're just a crazy person. Oh, and then making you a clown. You might also get that, like people see you as this person who is just performing tricks or is, doing all this as a form of making people laugh, when you're just an inventor. You're an inventor, you're creative, you're innovative, you experiment. That's your energy. And you're getting all this from a very high divine source. And all this pink coloring, it's taking me to group number 1. There might be a message for you in group number 1. Group number 1 can definitely use some group number 2 energy. Yeah, so beautiful. You are, okay, I don't know. What else would you like for me to tell them? 10 of Pentacles. You are abundant, you are beautiful, you are amazing. You've got the, and I did mention the Merkaba. The Merkaba? No, the Kabbalah. I mentioned the Kabbalah in group number 1. So you might actually want to look at the Kabbalah for yourself. You don't have to really, but yeah, you can. You can take a look at human design. You might learn something about yourself from that. But the 2 influence. You're group number 2, and you have this 2 card. And well, group number 1 was all about 2. You have 2 8s. You also have 1s because this is ace and this is 10 and it's like 1 and 1. So you also have 5, I believe. This is 5 and this is the 14th card, so you have 5 5. You do have a lot of angel numbers that are showing up for you as well, which again, I'm telling you, you're not doing something wrong. Everything that you do is coming from a place of high inspiration, a place of understanding and growth. And I'm going to take the back of the deck energy, and it is, wait, let me shuffle it again. They're asking me to shuffle it before I take it. I got cards. Oh my god, they gave me more cards for you. I'm sorry, Spirit, I will not be able to take these cards today because I am in a bit of a time crunch. And they're sort of saying that you're allowed to, communicate with Spirit. If you're not, able to follow the instructions that Spirit is giving you, you are allowed to communicate with your spirit guides and say that I'm sorry, I won't be able to follow your instructions right now. I have something else that I need to do. And Spirit really understands that. Spirit really respects that. Never ever takes offense to that. You have a very interactive, I would like to say that the ways what Spirit, I literally heard those words and now they've gone. This is the tricky thing with channeling. They were saying that you have a life with Spirit. It's like Spirit lives alongside you. Yes, the Spirit is your roommate. Is that what they want? Is what you want me to say? That's what they're saying. You have a life with Spirit. You have a life with Spirit. Like, I don't know, are you wedded to Spirit? It's your room. It's something like that. It's like literally being roommates with Spirit. So if you tell Spirit that I cannot do this today, they're going to take it as a good roommate would. That, oh, okay, right now they're not able to. It's fine. They don't hold you accountable or anything, And this card has shown up twice, so it means that I have to take it. The Lovers, the Ace of Swords, and there's also another card at the back, the Queen of Swords, right? What are we saying here? Okay, for some of you, you're going to travel somewhere. This is a prediction. This is not how you're going to overcome something. I'm sorry this turned into more of a pep-up session, but that's just what is coming through from Lord Shiva. Some of you, if you're looking for a soulmate, yes, you have a soulmate. First of all, trust your mind, trust the intelligence that you have. And there's somewhere you're going to travel. If there's a place you're being called to travel, there's something, especially somewhere near the beach or a river body or something very natural. You're called to a place because of its natural landscape. Go there. It's going to be very, very important for you. You are going to be in your Queen of Swords energy when you're going to be like, F-U-C-K, everybody, my mind is great. Especially after this reading, if you're like, heck, I should have trusted my gut instinct always. Everybody is so silly. Why don't I believe in myself more? This reading confirms everything for you and you feel very positive about that reading. Yes, you're supposed to feel positive about yourself. Yes, you are amazing. Yes, you are magic. I won't say listen to this reading again. I will say remember this and just believe in it until your lifetime and even after in the afterlife that you are amazingly co-creating with Spirit and we can learn tremendously from you. And when you hold that confidence, this Queen of Swords thing, she's not even looking at us. She's like looking at her goal. That's what you're supposed to do. Look at the goal. Look at where you're headed. Because we got the Three of Swords at the back. And I have a strong feeling for you. Look. Okay, I can't show you properly. Yeah, Three of Swords. I'm showing off a little bit of my tattoo to everyone. Because who else will I show to you? You guys are my friends. This is definitely the, oh my god, I do feel that some of my most happy, I would like to say friends are watching this group. That's why I have become my very raw, authentic self. I'm very childlike actually, so yeah. I try to contain it during readings. But yes, you're going to find a soulmate as well. For those of you who haven't found a soulmate. For those of you who have already found a soulmate, you already are with someone, things might get a little heated with them, where you will have a very strict conversation about where the relationship is headed. That's another thing. And for others, there's going to be a spiritual soulmate. Like you are going to be uniting with your dragon guardian. I feel this for you. You're going to embody the dragon within you, and you are going to have a soulmate union kind of thing with your dragon. You might also have a mystical sexual experience. That's for some people. But more or less what's happening is that you are uniting with Spirit in a way that Spirit is entering you, sort of, in no pun intended way. It's a very pure form of just feeling beautiful energy inside your body, because you no longer let other people's projection get to you. Longer message for group number 2, but it was totally worth it. I'm going to wrap it up, group number 2, and I will say, if this brought something of value to you, please do like the video, comment, because that really helps my channel. It is the thing that enables me to make the next video, and then the next video. It makes it possible for me to stay connected to the love, you know, my love for my work. So please, yeah, if you could like, you could comment. If you're new, if you could subscribe, that would be really, that would mean too much, so much. And even if you cannot do any of that, you have my best wishes for the future. And thank you for your comments, everybody who does comment. And namaste, until next time. Ta-ta-ta. Hi, group number 3. Namaste. Welcome to Himalaya Spirit Tarot. I am Chanaka, your tarot card reader and your medium. For anybody who is new to the channel, watching the video for the first time, I am a psychic and a medium, and I work with energy to bring in messages through visions and words, and sometimes I'll just I won't hear something as much as I just know something, and then I try to put it to words. So yes, that's about me. And we are going to get messages from Lord Shiva's energy to see how you can overcome obstacles whenever you find this reading, right? And whenever you find any obstacles. Let us start with your oracle cards first. We have Swan with Archangel Bhokti. So for those of us who are not aware, Archangel Bhokti is an archangel who watches over the bird kingdom. He watches over the kingdom of birds. He helps us interpret and understand the wisdom of birds. Birds are said to be a mirror of human experiences, human interaction, and human behavior. They're also a mirror of collective human consciousness, as in, if we look at birds collectively, we can judge a lot of where collective human consciousness is at. You might have a connection with a particular star system that is connected to birds, like Arcturus, or you might just have a connection with blue avians or bird beings, or Thoth. You might have a connection with the Egyptian figure Thoth, or a connection with Sri Krishna, because I've often heard that they're connected, and I do feel that energy a little bit as well. We have Temperance. Temperance card number 11. I'm not sure, but yes, well, we have Temperance. We also have 18. What are horses? Magical encounters. This is such a beautiful card. I love it. And we have Hawthorne. Jesus, goodness me, because this is the most, like, these are the most synchronistic cards that could be there. Yes, swans, water horses, and hawthorns. I personally believe that birds are the first. Like, if you want to experience fairies, pixies, you want to see the invisible beings that are hidden in the forests, you want to know about them, then birds are the first beings that we need to familiarize ourselves with. They will lead you to places, and they do sort of serve as the guardians, according, like, the way I see them, the way I experience them. They are very like the guardians, the knights who look over the hidden magical beings, of the forest, And then we have water horses, which is all about magical encounters. And this card actually talks about meeting fairies, meeting extraterrestrial energies, light beings, maybe seeing a UFO, maybe, I don't know, just seeing an orb or something magical that cannot be explained by human logic. And hawthorn is actually, it talks about a sacred space, and hawthorn is used, wherever there's hawthorn, they say that the pixies, the fae, the dwarves or elven folk, they stay around that region, or they visit that region, and therefore it is sacred and protected, and therefore hawthorn is used as a protective herb. But there's also the pentacle that that is there, like the 5-pointed star. Let us see what this is all about. Interesting. So, Lord Shiva, can we get messages for group number 3 and how they can connect with, what they can connect with in order to clear obstacles? For group number 3, please. Whoop, we got one down. We have 3 of Cups. And we have, this is going to be the first card, that is to say, Swan. We have 3 of Cups. We have the 4 of Wands. And at the back of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, so the first thing that Lord Shiva would like to mention is that oftentimes this group will allow other people to not let them take rest. So it is very important for this group to celebrate, to dance, to feel joyful. Anytime you have an obstacle, if you start taking it too seriously, the vibration of this group goes down. And it is very interesting because that is the energy of birds, you know, especially like swans. They have this consistent white light that they emit. They go through a lot of stressful situations. If you look at the environment that the swans have to live in today, with changing habitats, changing forests, and especially the water habitats changing, the water temperatures changing, they go through a lot of stress. But if you will notice, swans are some of the calmest, the most peaceful birds. But something that people don't know about swans, they're extremely playful. They never ever compromise on their play. So for this group, and that's what three of cups really does signify. And look at that, we have these certain stars, so you might actually be connecting with your star system. Like, let's just say you might have extraterrestrial beings talking to you, and I just heard intra-planetary communication, so you might get messages from other planets. But mostly what they're saying is that for this group to overcome obstacles, it is extremely important to be very playful, to connect with very fantastical ideas. For you, they are more sci-fi kind of ideas, instead of being, if this was the Queen of Cups, it would be fantastical realms like dragons or fairies and pixies. But for you, there's a specific emphasis on aliens. Yeah, aliens and sci-fi technology, and actually being very scientific and logical about magic, sacred geometry, stuff like that. Interpreting ancient hieroglyphics. Like, your creative energy is very, very rational in its nature, and it is important for you to be rational during a problem when you're facing an obstacle. But the problem arises when you become too rational, too practical, when you force yourself to let go of all creativity, all playfulness, when you can't have fun dealing with the problem. That is when you're not able to clear the obstacle. And you might want to connect at that time with a specific bird. Maybe you want to buy an oracle deck about birds, and just connect with a particular bird spirit, and that will give you the wisdom to navigate a tough time. Or maybe just looking at birds. I definitely see something heavenly for you. This got left behind, 10 of Wands. So I'm just going to sort of let it stay here. Here. You have to leave behind a certain thing. I'm going to see Temperance. Let us see what we're leaving behind. We have to see Temperance. Again, Temperance is a card which, like I said, your ideas are fantastical, right? And we got the King of Pentacles for you. Your ideas are fantastical. They are full of sci-fi, UFOs, flying cars. I don't know why I get a lot of science fiction. I don't know what your connection is with it. I'm getting Blade Runner and Dune, movies like Dune and Alien and Prometheus, Interstellar. Just looking at stars not so much like an astrologer would, but like an astronomer would, like somebody in NASA, sort of like that. Like, that's the energy of the group, and that's Temperance. It's about having a very futuristic, full of imagination and letting your imagination run wild, but at the same time being practical and scientific. That is definitely the energy of cutting edge technology like AI and the kind of work that Elon Musk would do. I don't know how you feel about Elon Musk, and that's not even the point of the reading, but it's about that energy. It's about that mad scientist Rick and Morty energy. It's got a lot of logic to it, and you're supposed to balance it out, and that'll help you. Let's see, we have the King of Pentacles. We'll see more. Oh, we got this card. All right, lovely. We have the King of Wands. We've got two kings for you. For this group, there is going to be consistent grounding that is required. I feel like there's two sides of this group. One side is, I don't believe in spirit. I don't think spirit is going to answer me. Like, you face an obstacle and immediately there's a huge crisis of faith, and you're like, I am done with trying to talk to spirit. I am done with trying to find a spiritual solution to this. And just, and you leave that world behind and you go away into cold, hard rationality, and you start feeling burdened by the rational problems of the world. And we have, look at that, you are on high divine masculine energy, the emperor. And this sort of, and the other energy with this group is completely Delulu land, like giving up, not even seeing practicality, just not getting exposed to the world at all, completely living in the fantasy world, not letting any amount of physical reality touch you even a little bit. And with the Temperance card, I get this feeling that you cannot have extremities in both of them. And okay, this is interesting, because the message that Lord Shiva is sort of giving me here is that indulge in them completely. Like when you're being hard and cold and rational, indulge in it very, very strongly. And when you're being completely delusional, fantasy, fairies, dragons, aliens, future, like I can see the future, all of that, indulge in it like a madman, mad woman, not a man woman, anything. Indulge in it with great intensity. And after you have indulged in cold rationality, where magic just does not exist, and you have indulged in the world where only magic exists, you will be able to find a bridge between them and find a very beautiful creative solution to your problem. And that is the guidance that Lord Shiva has for this group when it comes to navigating specific life problems, right? All right, let's keep going. So you are leaving behind, they're saying that you have to leave behind the tendency to live in, to escape, to escapism. Escapism in any form, is not good for this group. Resting in the fantasy world is good. And when you're sick of extreme magic and too much love and light and everything will be good, just think positive, just look at the good things, don't, all that magical new age voodoo feels too much, then resting in hard and cold stoicism, rationality, extreme science, in extreme skepticism, resting in that energy is good. They're saying resting in fantasy, resting in skepticism, resting is good. Escaping and living in it forever is not good. So never approach both of these realms with the idea that I'm going to run away into it forever and ever, because that is not the solution for this group. Okay, I'm sorry if this is triggering, and I'm sorry if this is something that you hate me for. We've got 3 cards running up, running out for you. We have 20 Judgment, interesting. And we have the Strength card upright. And I'm going to take the World card at the, as sort of like an indicator of sorts. And it showed up in reverse. And this would be for water horses and magical encounters. Number 1, please expect a magical encounter to happen. Please expect a divine vision to come to you. Please expect that I would like for this group to know for sure that there are light beings out there, that there are ascended masters that are walking among us. There are magical beings, shapeshifters. There are fairies who take the forms of human beings, and light beings from different planets who are walking on Earth. And there are times when angels, earth angels are there of course, but even angels will shapeshift to become human beings. And these encounters, you are allowed to access them. You are allowed to have them. And that is some sort of a message that is being given to you during this, as a part of this reading. Another thing, and my baby cat started meowing from the outside. Interesting that there's a lion here. You might have a connection with Lyra, because Strength card is again Leo, Lyra. I have seen if it is that you are connected with the Lyran energy, and since we have the World card here, one thing that is becoming necessary for this group, or more like, the one thing that sometimes I'm sorry, I know I am starting a sentence and then not completing it, but there's something that I want to convey here which is very powerful. That's why I want to find the right words to say it. You have sort of learned so much about spirituality, and you have incorporated so much of spirituality in your day-to-day life that things have become a little redundant. Like there's nothing new for you to explore, almost as if, right? So there's a tendency to go back into the old ideas and shuffle them again and have fun with them. But that sort of creates a problem when you're trying to find a solution for your obstacles. So when you're navigating tough times, it is very important for this group to forget everything that they have learned about spirituality, everything, and to toy with spirituality, to experiment with spirituality. That is not needed during the time you're facing an obstacle. What helps this group is to completely revert to faith, which is the starting point of, spirituality and magic and everything. It is faith. It is love for God or whoever you think God is. It's just the pure essence of love for life, for whatever, for magic, whatever it is that, you want to have faith in. And the workout in reverse is showing that it is something that you go to later. It's like you experiment with different modalities. You try being stoic, then you try manifesting things, then you try different modalities. But the one sure thing that will help this group navigate their problems is just simply going to a church, or maybe not going to a church, just connecting with God, crying and connecting and just giving into that faith and asking God that yes, I know a lot about spirituality, I know a lot about sacred geometry, I know everything, God, or whoever you want to call on. And I know all of this, but this isn't helping me right now, and I need you to be there. I need help, I need healing, I need signs, I need symbols. You need to just simply communicate and have faith and a conversation with God. And it's interesting because, again, Archangel Bhokpi and the swans and birds, they signify communicating with the higher realms. So you don't need to experiment too much as you need to communicate. That's the message that I have. Now we're going to see, okay, we're going to get 2 of these, and it's almost like you start getting instant answers. Faith heals you. Faith really, really heals this group. We have the Page of Pentacles, and we have tilted. Sorry, I do not know why it's tilted, but it is tilted. I'll try to correct it. Right, so, oh my God, what am I doing? And the back of the deck energy, is the 3 of Wands. Some of the cards have been repeated from group number 2, if you were called to group number 2. But if you look at the numbers, we do have 3 of Cups. We have 3 and we have 3 of Wands. So we have 3, 3, we have 5 and 5, which is 14th card. And we also have 4, 4, because this is 13, so we have 4 and 4. So 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So 3, 4, 5. The message that I'm getting for this group is that there has to be a sequence in everything that you do, and it's good. It's good for this group to plan. It is good for this group to organize themselves in the time of crisis. It's good for you to take stock of how much time you have, what resources you have, and think very rationally. Birds are also very meticulous creatures. They sense, not just sense, they keep track of the weather, they keep track of morning, day, they keep track of the seasons, because if they don't, they will not be able to survive. So they are very organized and structured in their lifestyle. They have a certain waking up time. You will find that they wake up exactly at that time. They have a plan and they follow it through. And that is what I feel is needed for this group. And this serves as protection for you. I do feel that there is some form of negative I won't say negative, it's not projection. In the last 2 groups there was projection. But for this group there is a lot of interference. Other people get in the way of your things. They disturb your plans, they disturb your planning, they disturb your dreams, they disturb you. There's a lot of disturbance, and you simply cannot let that happen. You simply cannot let anybody in on your time, they're saying. Like, yes, you can give people space in your life, but never ever let them eat away your time. Your time is very sacred, very precious. With the Queen of Swords and the 3 of Wands, it's like you're putting to action what you have planned. You know, there's the page of energy which talks about, you know, the formation of a plan. For you, you are very good at strategizing things. It's one of your it's one of your strengths to be able to strategize and have a plan for something. It's not like negative at all. Your need to be organized or have a plan or your requirement for things to be a little bit predictable, a little bit calculable, you know, for your need for life to be a little rational is extremely valid. Don't think that it is negative at all. Just don't go to the extremes of it, because then extreme rationality is something that a heart chakra, it gets tired very easily with it, like faster with it. So it has to be replenished over and over. That's why if you're being extremely rational, you'll have to give your heart an equal amount of play and fun and dancing and magic and this and that, music, you know. You have to keep it balanced. But more or less, it does help this group to be more practical, more hands-on, you know, call 10 different experts and then, you know, make a bit of a game plan for things. I'm sorry if this is appearing a little bit choppy. There's my sister who's cooking in the kitchen, and in your reading in general there has been a lot of disturbance, you know, and I was kind of trying to avoid this as an omen, as a signal, but now that I've seen the cards and other events have happened also, which is my little catto coming in disturbing the reading, I had to start your reading all over from the beginning. Of course you won't come to know that because of the edits. But there is a lot of energy around you which can disturb you, and it can lead you astray. There are people who pull you away from your path. And there's an emphasis from Lord Shiva that do not let them do that. You have to be protective of yourself, which is the hawthorn. And with the Page of Pentacles, you have to have a plan for how to protect your energy space. You know, you have to be strict here, group number 3. You have to be like, I need 5 hours in a day for myself, for my work. How can I ensure that nothing at all disturbs these 5 hours? You have to have a plan for this, especially in a time of crises, especially in a time when you have to navigate problems, you know, because that is where the reading is centered. All right, so I know this was a little bit of a choppy message, group number 3, but I'll have to end it here. I have to travel, so I cannot go on and on like I usually do. However, if this reading brought anything of value to you, I would be really, really grateful if you could like the video, if you could comment give me your feedback. It really helps my channel. It helps it reach the right people, and I can continue to do what I love. And I'm so grateful for your presence, even if you cannot do any of that. And if you're new, do consider subscribing. And yes, you have my deepest love and my gratitude. And until next time, namaste. I will see you.